Hello and welcome back to Notepad Holder and Notes Mockup help video. This is chapter 2, editing the file in Adobe Photoshop. My name is Maria. I'm a graphic designer and I'll be your guide throughout this tutorial. So let's get started. First and foremost, let's open up the Photoshop. The most important panel you're going to need here is the Layers panel. If you don't see it, simply click on F7 on your keyboard and it will automatically open and close this panel. If you don't see it when you click the F7, just click on the window and Layers and it will open and close the panel here. Now when it comes to opening the file, of course we can go through the menu here and go to File, Open. We can go with the keyboard shortcut File to Open, which is Control plus O, or if you're working in Windows like I do, just simply drag your mockup file from the Windows Explorer directly to the work area here in Photoshop and it will open up automatically. Okay, once it's opened up, you can see 3 distinct groups plus background. This is the group you're going to be working with. Design goes here. So we have the side, we have the front mockup, and we have the note mockup. Now, including this folder, there are also 2 other folders. Settings folder, which is basically the settings for the mockup. If you have intermediate or better knowledge in working with mockup, if you want to change something, unlock this settings folder, and once you do, you can play with different elements of the settings. If you're just interested in creating the mockup for clients, you don't have to work with settings. Also, there's a render folder here. The most notable thing is the shadows with the renders, so if you want to make it stronger or lower, you can play with it. And finally, we have the background folder. It's been locked so we don't accidentally move it, but you can either turn off your background, place your own backgrounds, change the color, whatever you need. Okay, so let's get started with mockups. Editing this mockup is simply because this mockup, like every other mockup in our shop, is based on editing smart objects, and you will know that it's a smart object when you see this icon here on the lower right corner. So we double click on the smart object. It will give us the warning that we need to go save, not save as. And as you can see, there's another smart object inside. It's called full. The reason why I left that is because if you have a print-ready design, this is the better way to place your mockup in. So now I'm just gonna go File, Place. I have some ready-made designs, and it's gonna placed at 100%. If you need to scale it up or down, just simply hold Alt Shift and drag this little corner so you can make it the size you want, or you can just simply change the proportions here. I'm just gonna leave it, oops, let me just 100. I'm sorry, something is wrong with my keyboard and it's not typing the way it wants to. Let me just do this differently. I'm just going to go File, Place, voila, Enter. And now we have 2 different options. We can either merge these 2 layers down, or we can just simply save it and leave the smart object here. I usually recommend that you merge these 2 down so we don't, the smart objects and the file size is going to be lighter. So we just go to Layer, merge down, or simply select Ctrl E on your keyboard. Once it's done, go to File, Save, and then we're going to go File, Save again, and voila, we have our smart object applied. Now let me do a second thing for the front. Now I'm not gonna, let's say you're working on a design and you don't have a print ready design, so I'm just gonna place this design here. I'm gonna place it at 100%. I'm just gonna move it around so I get what I need, and voila, we can just save it. And we have our mockup ready. Now when it comes to notes, sometimes we have a design for notes, and sometimes we're just gonna fill them with a different color. So you can either, let me just make this something that you can see, let's say something pinkish. Okay, I'm just gonna add a shape layer here, simply draw over it. If you don't have designs, maybe this is what you just need. Go to File, Save, and it's gonna take a few seconds to save it. And once we have it saved, voila, it's applied. If you have your design, basically you do the same thing we did for the first mockup. We're just gonna go File, Place, apply it, save it, and here we go. We have the mockup ready. This technique applies to every other mockup in this template, and as you saw, it's quite simple to change mockups, edit them, and add your own designs. That was it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email and I'll respond as soon as possible. That was it. Have a good day and see you in the next one. Bye.